the nature of the case itself, it goes into details about a young man that's making a travel to Missouri, and we thought he was free, and nevertheless he wasn't because of his status, which is black, which puts him in the conditions of under the criminal status quo, under the codes as well as court case laws in reference to black being used as a criminal. This is the main purpose and reason that the brother was speaking about the status quo about black people and Black Lives Matter. But nevertheless, again, it's the decision of the people where they want to go and what they want to do and how they want to make the change overall due to the course of the events and current events that's going on right now. So I hope that this call can be a beneficial to those people that's listening to it, as well as they do see it if it's aired again, that they be able to make the right decision and choices politically and legislatively, because that's the next move to be made if you're seriously about seeking power and as well as force and status. So I just conclude with that and let the brother continue. And it's good to hear the brother Way-El go into details about the specifics, and I concur with him. Thank you.
Honors, brother.
Asante.
Yes. Did you want me to continue, sis? Did you have any questions? More questions?
I did. Well, I did want you to finish, but maybe we can just come back to that. So about the language that's used, it's actually part of the question, actually. Using the language black, African American, Negro versus Moor. Did that at all come into play in the language of the Dred Scott decision? You're referring to it as legal fiction, but does it make any difference what language it was used, and does that decision apply constitutionally to any group of people?
When I look at it now, when I've learned how to do research from, even though I didn't attend any colleges, I learned how to do research from an academic standpoint and put myself through the stress test that an academic would put themselves through to complete their dissertations and go on and write whatever books, etc., that they may write. And when I look now, the word Moor had continued use in the United States of America around the 1770s. We don't see the word really no more until 1790 because of a special circumstance where some Moors got captured, and they knew that they were Moors. They knew who they were. They knew that they were Negroes, so they petitioned the Sultan of Morocco. The Sultan of Morocco said, yes, they are my subject. But they wanted to be governed as quote-unquote free white persons while living here in the United States of America. But well before then, we find the word Moor on the record. And if you look at the old laws, the King George II, he passed a decree for the colony, October 22nd, which is my birthday, 1748, and it speaks about the mixing, if you will. If any Negro, some of the terms that they use to refer to other people, I can't call them all off the head right now, would marry a Christian woman. And then it goes on to say, or if it's more Mohammedan, other heathen would marry a Christian woman. So they see Moor and they see Negro. A Negro was somebody who accepted that title. They were usually Christians. A lot of people don't know that a lot of our people came over here voluntarily. The ships that they got on, that they came over on, they got on themselves. And they had already been Christians, or Christianized rather, in Europe. So most of them had came over here Christian. And these were the people that were called Negroes. They were called Negroes in Europe. But the Moors, those of Islam, we have so many records to prove this. They knew themselves as Moors. And they were distinguished because they were of the Mohammedan religion. Negro and black in color, these were in fact slave brands. Prophet Ali said the only form of slavery that you have now is mental slavery. So right now, the slave brands are not legal. If you go to Federal Directive 15, and I urge everyone to look up Federal Directive 15, it gives us 5 racial classifications: black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Pacific Islander, and American. And it tells you, it prefaces the definitions by stating that these classifications are not based on anything scientific or anthropological in nature, which means that they're not using science and they're not using anthropology. So how are they coming up with the determination that 2 groups are either black or either white? So this goes to something deeper. This has to be challenged legislatively, not a legal designation at all.
Okay, so these are so-called anthropologic terms.
Yes, and if you can't use anthropology because you're not going to trace a people back with black customs. Black goes back to the United States of America.
Right.
The people of certain nations practice. If you've seen a certain practice, you would say that's a Dogon practice. That's a Maasai practice. That's a Zulu practice. They don't say that's a black practice. Well, unless they come over here and watch our rap videos. That's something else. But, yeah, he's easily challenged. But this is one of the barriers that are created. We believe that we are something that we are not. I tell everybody, look at the shade of your skin. It's brown. And if it's not brown, it's a light brown, a tannish color. It's not black. I have a piece on the website, www.moorishsciencetemple.org, called "We Are Not Black People, Analyzing the Socio-Political Construct." I urge everybody to go take a look at it and read it. Trace the information and see for yourself. And this is the signs of the time to get us to stop using our own minds to trick our own eyes. We believe that we're black. We believe that they're white. So we're putting ourselves in an inferior position and putting them in a superior position. Go to YouTube. Theodore W. Allen's interview, The Invention of the White Race. A European-American man, he's breaking it down that before 1680, the word white does not appear on any colonial record. They refer to themselves as English or Christian. That was it. These are racial constructs. This aids in our... If we keep ourselves down with this weight, because we don't know who we are, being that we don't know who we are, we don't know how to organize properly. We're always disorganized in everything that we do. The Black Lives Matter movement, they're fighting among each other right now. The Twitter war. Who got paid what and who represents the movement. The same stuff that quote-unquote black people do.
Already. So what are some of the principles that the Moorish Science Temple of America deals with? Or I should say the 5.
Well, the 5 are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We teach in our lessons that love is the only savior of humanity. But in order for love to appear, purity must pave the way. So this is a duty for us as Moorish American Muslims to go out there and teach, to get on phone calls like this, on the TV show, and reach as many people with our word so that we can understand what love is again. We've grown up to hate, going in neighborhoods where we live at. The ice grills that we got stuck on our face, that is a product of a hateful heart. Truth. What is the truth? Who are we as a people? Because I'm saying that we're not black people. I'm saying that we're Moors, and I'm putting forth the research to show and prove. I'm putting forth the research to show and prove that we're not. And I tell people, well, look at your skin. If you can prove that it's black, then I'll call myself black from now on. Peace. Look at our neighborhood. Look at us as a people. We have no peace within ourselves, so we go out and project war on everybody else. Freedom. We are mentally enslaved, and our mental enslavement keeps us bound by believing that we have no options outside of the negative things that we do. So we believe that we have to sell drugs to make it. A brother just robbed a bank because his 2-year-old daughter has cancer in one of her eyes and it's spreading to her brain, and he didn't know what to do when they canceled the insurance. He went and robbed the bank, and he just lost his freedom. And his daughter is going to lose the freedom of having a father around. Just an example. Mm-hmm. And what is justice? Well, we look at the 10, 10, 15, and we get an understanding of what the justice, what we want it to be. I know what we Moorish Americans want it to be. But we have to take the initiative. These, in a nutshell, and these are my interpretations, represent the 5 principles that this movement is dedicated upon as friends and servants to humanity. We don't have to get super dogmatic and get all churchy. We know what needs to be done. Mm-hmm. It's just time to do it now. But we want everybody else to know that this organization is real and that they do have the truth. And we put the challenge out there to scholars and anybody else alike to say refute it. If you can refute it, we'll give it up. I don't care who said it. That's my take on it. Nobel said it. If you can prove that he said was wrong, I'll chuck you. That's it.
Absolutely. So again, the foundation, is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Yeah. And you are elevating the moral and social and economic status of our people.
That's right.
Can you tell us about how can people find out more about the Moorish Science Temple of America? How do we donate or volunteer time or join?
Yes. You can go to the website, www.moorishsciencetemple.org. We have a link there that says proclaim. That is for everybody who doesn't have a temple in their immediate location.
Brother Way-El, we're losing you a little bit.
Yes, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Are you going under a tunnel, underwater?
No, I'm just standing.
Underground cave?
Yes, can you hear me clearly?
You're a little bit far away.
I don't know, and I have the phone off speaker because I wanted you all to hear me extra clear. Maybe I'll move to another part of the house and it'll sound clearer.
Yeah, these cell phones, I tell you.
Yes.
So you gave us the website, the moorishsciencetemple.org, and you said there's a link.
That the link proclaim for those that want to join. Can you hear me clearer?
Proclaim, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want to join and become a member of this great organization, go to the website, read the information, cross-reference the information, double-check to see if it's right and exact. And if you have race pride and love your race, and you are seeking to redeem yourself and your people from the sinful things that we do day in and day out, I urge you all to join the Moorish Science Temple of America. There's a donate link on the website. You can go there. You can send donations. If you want to help us, just aid in the uplifting of fallen humanity. We do all that we can. I am personally about to start a college tour soon with several of the HBCUs down here in Georgia. Then we're going to try to spread throughout the United States to get the word out. We have a political party called the Moorish American Party, to whereas we're trying to build up our own political base. We're doing the things necessary so that we can seat ourselves at the table and get ourselves back into the affairs of men.
Okay, and can you tell us again about the Blog Talk radio show?
Yes, we have a Blog Talk radio show, Moorish Science Radio. You can actually keyword that. The URL, I believe, is www.blogtalk.com/Lord Abba, LORDABBA. We do a Wednesday show and a Thursday show. Wednesdays, I just generally go in on a topic. The last show I did was actually on, I believe, Dred Scott. in the 14th Amendment. The Thursday show, we have the economic team come on. I don't care what question you have, if you're trying to start a business, if you have a business already and you're looking to improve, these brothers can answer the question.
Okay, very good. I wanted to make sure we got that information in before we got down to the last minute. So regarding the land, Morocco, where is Morocco located?
Oh, Morocco is in North Africa. Many people have this misconception that Morocco is a part of America. America is somehow, no, it's not true. Morocco was the capital of a larger empire, which was called the Mauritania or Mauritania, which means the second home of the Moors. New revelations are coming out as we dig deeper into the research. And that's it. So when we say we're descendants of Moroccans and born in America, we are speaking of a political jurisdiction, and many people simply do not understand what that means.
Okay, so Morocco is the second home of the Moor.
Yes, because if you go and you look at the research, Prophet Nobel was breaking down how we were ran out of the Holy Land by Joshua, a figure who we find also in the Bible. And it said in later years, our brethren from the Holy Land came and joined us, and we formed kingdoms there, but those kingdoms this day are called Morocco, Tunis, Algiers, Tripoli, etc.
Do you have any references that we can go to, any books dealing with the history of Morocco?
Well, the book, The Golden Age of the Moors, I believe is the best book because it has 10 different authors, and they're all Moors. They're all brothers and sisters. I just believe that that's the best reference that I can give somebody on the Moors. But there are a plethora of books on the Moors, on Morocco, some things that have been hidden that we have been able to uncover by digging and digging and digging. And we're putting our own book together on the Morocco-Moorish connection because many people are confused about it.
Okay. I think I heard you say The Golden Age of the Moor by Ivan van Sertima.
Yes.
Okay.
It's more of a journal, and it has 10, maybe 11 or 12 different scholars
contributors
giving a chapter apiece. Yeah.
It sure does. Yeah, that is a family favorite.
Yes.
And also information about Prophet Noble Ali. For some reason, he seems to be kind of one of the more mysterious historical figures. I know when I was in elementary school, I definitely learned about Du Bois, Garvey, Booker T. Washington, all of his contemporaries, but there wasn't a lot covered specifically on Noble Ali. Does that have something to do with, I know that we don't want to deal with conspiracy theories, but there seems to be this desire to separate us from our land.
I believe, and I'm not one for conspiracy theories as I have grown in my wisdom, but I am of the opinion that Prophet Noble Ali's omission from our history books was purposeful or done on purpose. I mean, I really, really believe that because his message was inclusive. It wasn't a separate or die message. It was take your place in the affairs of men. Watch. We're going to bring men into the temple, then we're going to put them in the congressional seat. We're going to try to get our own cities. We have a lot of different things now. I have a book called Noble Ali and the Moorish Science Temple of America, the movement that started it all. Our brother Azim Hopkins Bey has a book, I believe it's called Noble Ali, the Savior of Humanity. The works of this great man is starting to come out into the public. This is why the brother Mansa Ball Bey's murder by the St. Louis Police Department didn't get the extensive coverage of the murders, I believe, It's because they didn't want to deal with the Moorish American issue, because that puts Noble Drew Ali now into the spotlight. That's my opinion.
That's deep. Repeat those books again.
Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Science Temple of America, the movement that started it all, and that's authored by myself. Okay. The other book is from Azim Hopkins Bey, A-Z-E-E-M, Azim Hopkins Bey, and I believe it's called Noble Drew Ali, Savior of Humanity.
Savior of Humanity by Azim Hopkins Bey. Okay.
Yes. So those books right there will give you a breakdown on the man, the mission, the movement, why it's split up, why it's in the state that it is today, and what needs to be done to bring it back into unity so that we can we have so much power. We just don't realize it. And this is what Noble Drew Ali was trying to express to us. He said, I can't save you. Nobody can save you. But if I can just get you to thinking, you will save yourselves. I think it's the most powerful message any leader ever said to us, to be honest.
Beautiful. What kind of reactions do you get when you encounter new people who are coming into this type of information for the first time?
It varies. You know, with the social media age, some people, they hear about the Moors. To counter our rise, you had some of the Afrocentrists make fake videos about the Moors, called the whole black race to fall, and a whole bunch of other things. And so the reaction varies. Sometimes it's debate, sometimes it's interest. And I take on the debates and those who are interested. That's why my reputation is a little bit out there, because I'm not going to shy away from the fight. We're Moors.
You said because you're not going to shy away from
the fight.
Well, yeah, and you know what? Debate is necessary. We have to have conversations and, constantly, go back over and refine our own position. So there's absolutely nothing, not only is there nothing wrong with debates, but we have to do these. We have to have debates. We have to have discussions about what it is that we're committed to and what we're basing our lives on. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Absolutely. So any parting thoughts? We have about 2 minutes left.
I would just like to say thank you, sister, for having me on. Shout out to brother Arnold and sister Sonia Sutton Bay. Shout out to TV 33. Shout out to my people in Detroit. I got some peeps out there. And I just want to say that some of the simplest messages Prophet Noble Drew Ali left us, I mean, they were so simple. And one of them was learn to love instead of hate. We have been accustomed to hating so much for so long because we never had any hope for anything. We never had hope for the better. And if we can learn to love instead of hate, which is a new concept to us, then I believe that we will start to overcome our problems in a very, very short period of time. So that is the parting message that I want to leave as tensions rise and people feel that it's okay to gun down police officers, and Euro-Americans feel that they have to retaliate and gun down our people. Learn to love instead of hate. Protect yourself at all times. This ain't no turn the other cheek movement. No. Protect yourself. So with that, I say peace and love to you all.
Okay, peace, Asante Sana. And yes, love is a new concept to us, but before it was new, it was a very old concept to us. So thank you very much. And thank you for joining us on the Think Tank. Please come back on Friday, next Friday, every Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. And thank you very much for viewing our show. Asante Sana.